What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrub here, back again with another Overwatch video, and today I wanted to talk about Moira's backstory and a little bit of the lore behind her character. So without further ado, let's get right into this. Now, basically, Moira is a scientist that is super advanced at genetic engineering and is always searching for a way to create the fundamental building blocks of life. Consider her like the scientist from Flubber, but on a more evil level. Over a decade ago, she published this paper that basically detailed the methodology for creating custom genetics that could alter people's DNA. It seemed like a step towards overcoming disease and plagues and epidemics and trying to get rid of all disorders. But there was a bunch of issues amongst her peers, and basically people considered her genetic engineering to be too dangerous because it had no ethics behind it. And basically, she was accused of having some desire for scientific advancements that people believed caused the Bnet crisis. So basically, she was accused of being one of the reasons that the robot war ever took place in the Overwatch world. In addition, other geneticists couldn't reproduce the results of her research, which basically called her discoveries into question. And instead of making her famous and loved and all this stuff, it made her career fall apart. She basically had no viability, she had no career, because everyone considered her a wackadoodle who had done all this genetic research and really had no way of making it stick or become replicable. So instead, what happened is she was offered a lifeline for her career to kind of give her a job, let her do what she loved, which was from Overwatch's covert ops division, Blackwatch. She basically continued to work in hiding for the secret organization and develop technology and weapons for the Blackwatch side of Overwatch. Her employment was a very closely guarded secret, though, because they didn't want the company that was, fighting the Bnet crisis couldn't really have the person that would potentially be starting the entire war there either. After the Venice incident, however, people kept asking if she worked for Overwatch, and people were like, no, she doesn't, and they basically cut off all affiliation in order to try to save their PR. Think of it like a PewDiePie situation with all of his sponsors, just cut right off. After Overwatch was disbanded, she was forced to turn to unconventional sources of funding, and this time she joined and found this scientific group in the city of Oasis. But basically the Talon organization had been supporting her for a while already and basically would give her money for experience, and in return they would use her experiments for their own evil purposes, and it's kind of thought that she's part of the reasoning that Widowmaker exists. And Moira will basically go to any lengths to make these scientific experiments become true. She will literally do anything it takes to make these scientific breakthroughs happening, regardless of ethics, regardless of anything. She is the definition of a mad scientist. She needs a Junkenstein skin because she's actually crazy. And while some people would call her a bioterrorist, I think that she sees herself as just misunderstood. She's pushing for the human genome to become better and better and always striving for perfection, whereas other people feel like you shouldn't really tamper with DNA after a certain point. You kind of need to let humans be humans, and that's where this ethical dilemma comes in with her and the Overwatch community, is that she's not really evil, but she's also not good either, depending on who you ask, and there's a really good moral argument to be made for either side. You don't really know if she's an evil hero or if she's a good hero. But yeah, basically at this point she has these biotic abilities from all of her research messing with DNA, and obviously being able to tweak with the genome gave her these abilities to heal. So she kind of walks around now and uses these biotic abilities to either heal the people that are trying to help her further her research or damage anyone who's trying to prevent her from getting her way. She's more of a short-range based hero simply because she hasn't really mastered these weapons to the point of being able to do long-range damage, but considering that she's literally altering your DNA, that's still a pretty scary hero to deal with. And beyond that, we don't really know if she's still evil. Like we said, she doesn't really seem like she cares one way or the other what group she's affiliated with. As long as she's getting funding for her scientific experiments, nothing else really matters to her, which should be terrifying and enlightening at the same time, because it means Overwatch has a chance to make her a good healer. But of course, there's Talon in the background pulling on these strings like puppet masters, trying to kind of force her to become this evil temptress that does a bunch of bad things for their organization. And yeah, that's the lore of Moira. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please be sure to press that like button. Let us know in the comment section down below if you enjoyed the video. And if you're new, please press that subscribe button. There's tons of Overwatch content uploaded here every single day, and we would love to see you around in the future. Have an absolutely amazing day, and hopefully you learned a little bit from this video. Peace.